Hello, everyone. My name is Afaf Ebrahim. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Bahrain. This research was done as one of the requirements for one of the courses in the PhD program supervised by Professor Islam Al-Ghanemi, and it is under the title Determining Design Criteria for Reconnecting Muharraq City with the Waterfront. The connection between urban areas, whether they are residential areas, commercial, historical, or waterfront, they are widely acknowledged in different studies as contributing to the urban vitality. Public spaces are important components making cities sustainable and friendly for their inhabitants, because this is where they interact and where they connect. They also promote business, leisure, tourism, and many other uses. Urban design researchers such as Jane Jacobs, Kevin Lynch, Gale, have always tried to design through guidelines to quantify and qualify the properties of public spaces. They outline methodical analysis of the vibrancy in urban public areas from social use, as well as the relevance to the architectural elements of these areas. Historic zones keep the city's past and have a major role in reshaping the present townscapes. Muharraq city in Bahrain was previously a thriving center for natural pearls in the region, which boosted the country's economy. Its relationship with the sea was broken when land was reclaimed in 1930s. The Pearling Path project came in 2000s to tell the story of Pearling Path and of the pearling and runs from the reclaimed area through a newly built pedestrian bridge that leads to the old Muharraq, where some traditional buildings underwent restoration and rehabilitation. However, the inner part of Muharraq was still disconnected from the waterfront. Here comes the Saada Phase 2 development to fulfill this need. It is an extension of Saada 1, which is a mixed-use project located in the northeast side of Bahrain, and it is separated from the new site by Khalifa Al Kabir Highway. The new site is of a size 11,223 square meter, and it is close proximity to historical landmarks of Muharraq. It is located opposite the Pearling Path Visitor Center, and it has a significant importance for the country economically and socially. It is fostering the cultural value of the location, and it achieves the sustainable development goals in urban planning by ensuring the vitality of the historic area. And it also meets the objectives and strategies of Bahrain Exhibition and Tourism Authority and Bahrain Authority of Culture and Antiquities. The problems facing this project is that there is no connection to the waterfront, whether physically or visually, and it is lacking the social interaction and cultural activities in this area. Also, it is lacking amenities and services as a public space. The aims of this study is to offer a systematic analysis of how urban design can be utilized to enhance the connection between the past and the current architecture of Muharraq city. The study particularly concerned with designing a public space and a pedestrian bridge, taking into consideration the city's culture and respective architecture with an appreciation of contemporary design standards of such spaces. And it is also to determine guidelines for design approach that will provide continuity in matters concerning aesthetics and architectural language in the face of modernity. It is also boosting the Saada Phase 2 project as a visionary development of public hub, connecting to waterfront in Bahrain and other heritage urban contexts. The questions raised in this research to fulfill these objectives are: number one, what are the most important design factors to take into account when designing a plaza and a pedestrian bridge to link Muharraq's waterfront with its historic urban core? And what are the attributes and challenges that are to be considered to make this project active and well connected physically and visually with the surroundings and the waterfront? And it's also to determine the characteristics of the proposed site that would make it a successful project. The research starts with a literature review to understand the design criteria that were determined in previous research for a vibrant public space. It is also studying the historical context of Muharraq city as the main core of the project. And also it gives an overview of Saada development, both phase 1 and 2. To answer the questions raised in this research, the study takes the focus group as well as SWOT analysis as a methodology, and the findings were analyzed and discussed to draw a conclusion where recommendation on design criteria is established to offer or to highlight the limitation of the research and offer recommendation for future research. The expertise in this field were invited to be participants in the focus group discussions. 11 of them accepted participation, where they were with a range of architects, urban planners, real estate developers, representatives of Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities, as well as academics and researchers in this field. The discussion's results highlighting 6 important criteria to be taken into consideration when designing this public area. It is stating the importance of considering the environmental and climate factors into the design. It is also highlighting the importance of designing an active plaza, both functionally and socially, as well as considering the physical and visual connection techniques with the waterfront, also taking into consideration cultural sensitivity and respecting the identity of the place, taking into consideration the accessibility both visually and physically, and of course taking into consideration the inclusivity of the site for the user, for the different users. And last but not least, the pedestrian safety and traffic integration into the planning of the design. To validate the results of the focus group, it was important to define whether the site has the main characteristics to make it a successful project. That led to a SWOT analysis to be taken place, where 3 factors were analyzed: economic, environmental, and social, where all the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats were analyzed and determined. As a result of this analysis, it revealed that the project has the potential in providing key factors for the vitality of a city based on theories of urban connectivity. It has the potential of connection with local community and heritage. It is considered as a tourism destination and economic boost. It has the features to be used as mixed-use development, and it has potentials in integrating environmental sustainability as well as social equity and inclusion. As a conclusion, the study highlights the crucial role of Saada Phase 2 in the connection of the old urban community of Muharraq with its waterfront, generating sociocultural benefits for Bahraini inhabitants and guests. It also highlights the focus group of expertise that determines 6 critical design criteria to be considered for a successful connection of Old Muharraq to the waterfront. It also revealed the results of the SWOT analysis, revealing the main characteristics and features of the proposed site for a successful project that fulfills the requirements as a public hub for a more livable city. By connecting the old city and to the waterfront and enhancing the public space, the project not only helps in deepening of the community connection with its city's identity, but also is a great incitement to tourism and local commerce. The study also encourages public participations and determining their perception that can validate the findings of the study and ensuring the implementation of users' needs. Thank you for listening.